Get the comfy chair!
Welcome to this episode of The Good, the Bad and the Odd with your host, Mark and Sam. Hi, Sam.
Hello there.
Right, it's comfy chair time, beginning of the month, or actually, I say that, we're not really even close to being we're a bit behind. We fitted in an extra one with June, so that's why it's a little later in the month than it would be, but, you know, we did want to talk about June, so yeah. Anyway, okay, I think we've got quite a few weeks, so shall I start?
Yeah, you go first.
Right, so talking of June, yes. June 8, I watched 1984 version of June again. I just was really in the mood. I'm in a June mood, frankly, and I've decided I'm going to start watching the miniseries again. I just fancy watching it again, so I'll be watching that over the next couple of weeks. I was thinking of doing that one again. Yeah. They're kind of harder to... Well, they're not hard to get because they're all on YouTube. But the actual DVDs, which I do own, seem to be not on sale anymore. So it's not something you can acquire easily as a physical media, but it is all on YouTube. And the YouTube one looks pretty good, quality-wise. Okay. So kind of interesting. And I found random, simple search on YouTube. I think I put June I think it's a 2000 series, literally the year 2000. So I've put in June 2000, someone's put a playlist of every episode. And I think in all there's only 6, if I remember rightly. They're an hour and a half each, but there's like 3 of the June and then 3 of Children of June, which is a mix of the second and third book. But yeah, anyway, back to June 84. It still stands up. It's still my favourite version, and I know the other one's really good, but I really, really like this version. I found out this week, which I didn't know, that Frank Herbert considered it the best vision of what he had in mind in terms of how it looked. Okay. I really like the vision that David Lynch applied, and the creatives in that film. So, really enjoyable film. It's a nutty film. It's really bananas. Yeah. It's like they took the complex world of June and made it even more complex by adding even more elements. It's kind of funny.
Which is the most David Lynch thing I can think of. It's like, okay, it's already this mental thing.
It is funny seeing him, though, because he cameos in it as one of the
he's one of the spice miners, right?
Yeah. It's kind of funny to see him doing that. But, man, it's so good. It's so good. Carl McLaughlin's fantastic. Really good. I think it was his first film, right? So, that's something. Really enjoyable.
First film.
And
2 years
everything
later,
about...
Velvet.
I mean, the only thing that's a bit silly is the Baron's completely off the hook right from the beginning, but where he's a much more sane thinking character. But I don't care. I still like it. I keep thinking of reasons why I should like the Villeneuve version more, but every time I think of a reason, when I actually think hard, the June 84 one wins on that point or this point. So, I give up. I
do think the worm riding scene in this one has some of the best music, like of the entire franchise. Out of all the versions.
The music in June 84 is fantastic.
It's done by Toto.
Yeah, it's just fantastic. It is funny because I was thinking about this. The difference between the actual worm riding in both films. The June 84 version is like a dude on a cool motorbike going down the road looking really cool. Whereas on the new one, it's more like
a wild horse.
A nutcase on a dragster motorbike going way, way, way too fast with no helmet. That's kind of the difference to me. But I like both versions, but that June 84 is so good. Next time I watch it, I'm going to watch... Apparently there's a cut you can get, by various means, called the Spice Diver Edition, which is a 3-hour cut composed of all different elements from different sources, including the extended TV.
It's already like 2.5 hours, isn't
it?
it?
Yeah, but this goes to 3 hours. But what it doesn't include all the expositional intro of the TV version. It's actually
it takes stuff out? Okay.
It takes stuff out of the TV version, but also brings elements in from but not the exposition. When I say expositional, there's an intro with an oil
like
painting just talking about the worlds and that.
It's Irulan. Stop calling her that.
No. The oil painting is not Irulan. It's someone else talking. I'm talking about the TV cut here, which you may not have seen.
Yeah, I'm getting mixed up here. Okay.
No.
Okay.
But some of the scenes are a bit rough because they're the original cuts that were never intended to be part of the film or were never cleaned up enough. But it's still interesting.
I think
we've watched it because
maybe not that version, but a like work print version.
Yeah, we've watched the work print version, but there's a new one called the Spice Diver version. Or newish one. Kind of want to watch it. Anyway, I've gone on about Dune way too long. You'll go.
Okay, so my first thing is actually a documentary that dropped on Netflix. Okay. It's called, I think it was last year, actually. It's called Trainwreck, the Woodstock 99 story. And it's all about the horrendous events of Woodstock 99. How it all just got so off the rails and just complete insanity, pretty much from the get-go.
Yeah, it was kind of Lord of the Flies, right? Is that right? Yeah.
So they do have a whole bit with they got like the organizers, several of the acts did interviews for this. A lot of the show MTV's hosts were present at there, and they've got a lot of things to say about it. So you've got the guy in charge of it, who what's his name? I can't remember it, but yeah, the guy in charge of it. There's two in charge. There's one guy who really was fully we're in for the music, man. We're just gonna put on the best thing ever. And it's gonna be good. But I don't know much about business, so let me pass it over to my partner here. And the partner's the real shithead in all this. Yeah, because every time it cuts back to old archive footage of him in the planning phase, it's always okay. So Woodstock 95, I think it was it was good, but we made no money because everyone broke in, and the music was good and the mud was fun. We got to make money from this one, or else we're not going to be able to do anything.
Yeah.
So, and then it just cuts to the list of okay, so security, it's a security guy being so it was basically just me and a few of my stoned friends, and they gave us T-shirts. Wow. And then it cuts to the vendors, and it's okay, so they gave us full they gave us full control over the prices. That was probably not a great idea of them. It's okay, water bottles on the first day in the blazing heat, $4.
Yeah.
Bottle of water. They were taking people's away as they entered, and then charging them $4.
Yeah,
people were getting it. It goes through to great points, and there's a bit where the lead singer of Korn talks about how he was on stage, and because it's on an old disused military base in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And apparently there was a bit where he held out his hand and sort of lifted it to a point in the song, and he could see the wave of people sort of moving to his hand. And he's man, that's some fucking power right there. That, I felt like a god. And then it comes to I think it was either the Saturday or the last acts of the day. We had Red Hot Chili Peppers, Flea going out completely buck ass naked. And you got what's this? Fred Durst riling up the crowd, and the entire time the other head of it, the business sort of head of Woodstock, was man, Fred Durst just ruined our time here. He just riled everyone up and got everyone mad, and I'm trying to blame it, and then it just cuts to Fred Durst's lawyer, who's no. You hired us to be there to perform this music. They performed it.
Right. Yeah.
It's a really good, really interesting documentary, and it doesn't shy away from some of the horrible things that happened there. Like there's a bit where Fatboy Slim talks about how his set in the rave room, how at one point a van just rolled in because it was an old hangar, so a van just rolled in, and they were like, yeah, sure. And then someone came up and was like, yeah, you got to get the van out of here. You got to stop the music until we get the van out of here. And they got to the van, opened it up, and there was some guy pulling on his trousers, and what was clearly an unconscious underage girl.
Oh, God.
It's like, oh, Jesus. And then it comes back to him, and he's like, okay. People just want to enjoy the fucking music, man. Why you gotta be like that to people? It's like, oh God,
sounds horrible.
It's horrendous.
Okay,
like it really does not shy away from all the like vile things that happened there. Yeah. And it does talk a bit about like, here's what like the masculine climate at the time was. It's like you got American Psycho and like American Pie. So it's just kind of feeding into everything, and then just a lot of vile things.
Grim.
But it's a really good documentary. Highly recommend.
Okay, how long is it? Oh no, it's on Netflix.
It was 3 episodes, and they were about 4 minutes each.
Oh, okay, so you can bite-sized chunks kind of thing.
Yeah,
cool. All right then. My next one is a film, also from the 80s. I can't remember which year. And I can't remember if we've talked about this. I think I've mostly talked about it at some point, probably in a comfy chair. I'm not sure we watched it, but it's The Karate Kid 3. Have I talked about that? Can you remember?
I think you have. I remember you doing like all the Karate Kid movies.
Yeah. Karate Kid 3 is absolutely bonkers, but it's one of those films that just gets better every time you watch it because it's so nuts. And there's a guy in it called Silver, the bad guy in Silver, and he's he's one of the bad guys in the Cobra Kai series too, and he's just as evil. Well, he starts off not being evil, but he turns evil. This guy loves being evil. He loves it. And what it is, the whole film is so bizarre. It's 2 grown men trying to get revenge on a teenager who beat their Cobra Kai in a tournament 2 years before or a year before. And they're just setting up all this complicated revenge. Silver pretends he's a good guy, takes on Danny to trade him, but all the time he's just trying to get revenge on him and making him hurt himself and stuff. And he's so nuts. And it is funny that in the Cobra Kai series, Silver actually talks about those days. He goes, oh man, I was a different person back then. I had so much cocaine all the time. I couldn't. And that is exactly how he acts in The Karate Kid 3. And it's so nuts. It is such a nuts film. I really enjoy it. I can't help but enjoy it. It's funny enough. And there's a really odd thing because he meets a girl, but they decide to be friends for various reasons. And apparently Ralph Macchio insisted on that because he just got married. And he says, no, I'm not doing romance. We've got to be just friends. So they literally shake hands when like happy stuff happens. You know, it's so weird. And she's not even there at the end, in the final tournament. At the end. She's just, I've got to go back to what's it and just disappear. It's so nuts. I really, really like this film. Every time I watch it, I add half a point or a point to its score, and it's up to 4.5 now. So it's going to be at 5 out of 5 the next few times I watch it, and it just makes me happy to watch because it's absolutely bananas. I love it. And I also like Cobra Kai a lot, you see, so it kind of ties in with that quite nicely. And if you watch Cobra Kai, if you've not seen Karate Kid 3, you're missing out, man, because it feeds so much. It's such a joy to connect it all, you know? Anyway, that's me.
Okay. Well, my next thing is actually a board game. It's called Clank. It's basically a dungeon crawling deck builder almost.
Oh,
where you as you play cards, you get like movements and attacks and like resources to buy more cards with.
Right.
And you're searching for relics in this randomly generated dungeon, so you like flip tiles to shut the dungeon.
Yeah.
But everything you do has a chance to make a clank, and you put you have this big stack of cubes of your color. You put those into like a pile. And there'll be, at some point, it's inevitable you will set off the dragon. There is a dragon in this dungeon. Okay. It's kind of all of the dungeon, but so all the cubes will go into a bag at that point. You shake the bag around, draw as many cubes as like a meter says. So you draw 3 cubes.
Yeah.
Your color comes out, you take a hit.
Right.
And the game cycles like that. And what you're doing is you're looking for artifacts
your health
in this dungeon.
Disappearing as you're searching. Yeah, I see. Yeah, that sounds all right. So is the dungeon preset when you start, or does it build?
You have like a main tile that you start on.
Yeah.
But then after that, there's I think it's 6 starter tiles, which are a little bit easier to move around on. And then once you get into the depths, as they're called, the rest of the tiles, basically, then you start having to fight to move, and then just all sorts of crazy stuff. You also got lock picks to unlock doors, that sort of thing. It's a dungeon crawler.
Yeah. So what you're trying to do is find
artifacts which get you points. Everything will get you points, really. Yeah, and you just got to get the most points by the end.
Is it escaping the dungeon or just accruing?
So you got to get the points and escape the dungeon.
Oh, okay, so you have to escape as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds all right. Yeah, nice. Is it? Yeah, how many players is it?
Up to 4, I believe. Yeah, 4.
2 to 4 then, is it? 2, 3, or 4?
You can technically do it solo. But it's you win or you lose. That's what it's points.
Well, yeah. Okay, that sounds like something I wouldn't mind trying. I like a good board game. I play once a week at least, and I'm sure you play a fair bit.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, my next one. I mean, I'm really revisiting. I'm being very nostalgic in this whole thing, I have to say. Thinking about it, every one of these except my last one is a rewatch. They're all rewatch. There's only one new thing I'm going to be talking about. Anyway, next one is the big one for us. It's Dredd. I rewatched Dredd from 2012. Still excellent. Just holds up. I've got it on 4K, which is why I fancied rewatching it. I remember going to see it at the big screen and really liking it then, and being one of the few films I actually liked in 3D. Most 3D I just put up with, But Dredd had something else going on, didn't it? With the slow-mo drug, that the 3D effects were really fed into that, and it really worked. Dredd is just really terrific. I feel sad that all the crap that comes out and that hasn't got a sequel. It's so annoying. Annoying.
Every so often you'll hear stuff about, was it Streets of Mega City 1?
Mega City 1, the series. And apparently it's in production. And apparently there's a Road Trooper film coming. All series. I can't remember which.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's in full production.
Series. Yeah.
That's in full production. So there is another 2000 AD property coming along, but Dredd is the high point. And it is funny when I keep reading about people say, "Oh, Dredd's so good. Why was it a flop?" And it's like, because Americans didn't go see it. It's so annoying. Because it did really well in the UK, didn't it? It was like the highest grossing 18 certificate movie in 10 years.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it did really well. So yeah, Dredd is pretty great. Carl Urban knocks it out of the park. But, Olivia, is it Thirlby as Anderson's really good?
Yeah.
Different Thirlby from the comics, completely different, but I really like this version of it.
Anderson of the comics is very confident.
Yeah, she's very confident. She's very funny. She's almost Peter Parker funny, almost, right? She's that kind of vibe. But yeah, I really liked it. I wish they would make a sequel of this, but I guess there'll be a reboot, won't there? It's gone so long now that there'll be something else if it ever gets to screen.
I'm sure Carl Urban would do it.
I'd love to see it. I mean, Dredd goes on for years and years in terms of the comics.
Yeah, it's real time old as well, right?
Yeah, and he's old in the comics, but he keeps going. So it's kind of interesting. And I'm still reading the comics as well, frankly. But yeah, Dredd, really good. Back to you.
Okay, so my next one was after Godzilla -1, I got the itch to watch more Godzilla, so I watched some Shin Godzilla. Now this I watched with a friend who hasn't seen it yet, and the first time Godzilla appeared is this weird eel, bleeding eel that slides down the street. It's like, what the fuck?
That's not Godzilla, yeah.
Yeah. And then eventually, like, he starts to evolve and get bigger, and that film is terrifying. Like, when it reaches a certain point, like, it's like, there's no stopping him, really. Like, it's luck that stops him, essentially.
Yeah. It's an interesting take, and I thought it was all right. Can't say I'm in love with Shin Godzilla, but it was okay. Yeah. I quite liked how I basically was happiest when it became the Godzilla we know. You know what I mean? I just felt, but he had such weird, quite graphic effects in terms of how it looked, didn't it? And it was
that's very deliberate. I've read the art book about it, and basically it's like, all Godzilla is based on radiation tumors. Basically, his skin. Yeah. So this Godzilla is based on radiation burns.
Oh wow! Okay, are you looking forward to Godzilla and Kong?
Yes, I am.
What's it called? New Empire.
New Empire, yeah.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it, and then I saw the baby Kong thing, and it's like, really?
Like Son of Kong.
Really? Oh, God. And they've made it look a bit like Godzuki, or whatever little... What is it, Godzuki in the films? Or am I confused?
It's Minya in the films.
Minya. It reminded me of an ape version of Minya. It's like, really? And also reminded me of Son of Kong, that 40s movie, which is probably deliberate, but I am kind of looking forward to it because they're like making it does look like
it's also like an evil Kong. So
right, yes. Well, that was the implication from the trailer. I kind of gathered that, but it made me laugh that when those shots we see of Godzilla and Kong like running towards the camera do look like an 80s action buddy film. It's kind of funny.
I like it because we've gone full like back to Showa Godzilla era. Like I hope he does the tail kick, the big slide at some point.
Oh yeah, that'd be funny. Or stop flying around or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway,
but there's also a little girl in the trailer that I'm thinking, is that some sort of Mothra?
Maybe, but she was in King Kong versus Godzilla. So.
Okay, yeah. She's obviously got a psychic link with Godzilla. Though. I mean, that always happens.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
She's like she can like.
Yeah.
She can speak to Kong basically.
Yeah. Okay, my next one. We haven't ever talked about, I don't think, on the podcast. I did just search the website in case I mentioned it on the company chair, but it's a film I haven't watched in a long time, but it's a film I enjoyed. It's one of those films from the, post-Star Wars rip-offs. Let's put it that way. Which I guess you could say Flash Gordon was, and things like Battle Beyond the Stars. It's kind of akin in terms of tone and spirit, I think, to Battle Beyond the Stars, actually. And it's called Space Hunter. Space Hunter. The longer title is Space Hunter Adventures in the Forbidden Zone. Have you ever seen this or heard of this?
No.
Right, okay. It was originally filmed in 3D, so it's got those kind of silly scenes where things are happening just to point stuff at the camera. It's got a few of those. But it's actually... imagine if someone like Han Solo was a bit more friendly and charming. And Han Solo's charming, but even more so. Just flying around the galaxy trying to find work, scratching around for work. And that's what this guy is. And it's called Space Hunter, but I don't think his name's Space Hunter. It's just called Space Hunter. And he kind of... 3 princesses crash land on this planet, which is ruled by this guy called... Top Dog, I can't remember now. Top Dog, but it was played by Michael Ironside. Overdog, that's it, Overdog, who has gradually mutated into something weird. It kind of reminds me a bit of Fury Road, what's it, Immortan Joe? It's kind of that kind of. And the whole planet, it's basically a happier. It's a Mad Max 2 rip-off with laughs. Let's put it that way, right? With a touch of Flash Gordon about it. So basically, Space Hunters, this guy is traversing around this planet trying to rescue these princesses who have been taken to this Overdog who can somehow suck the life force out of people to keep himself alive. But Overdog is not mobile. He's kind of hanging from the ceiling, attached to things.
Oh.
And he's got big robot hands as well. And it's Michael Ironside, right? He's like, ah, ha, ha, it's all that kind of stuff. He's proper pantomime villain it up. He's great. Also, our hero, let me look at his name. Wolf is his name. Wolf. Encounters an annoying teenage girl who he feels he has to kind of look after, even though she's really annoying. And it's kind of funny because it's played by Molly Ringwald, and she talks in this weird slang, and it kind of reminded me a bit of Mad Max 3, in fact.
Okay.
And I think this came out before Mad Max 3, funny enough. And it's kind of funny that, she's really covered in dirt. At one point, he's just fed up with her, and he just sticks her head underwater. They end up in water, and he sticks her head under just to wash her face, things like that. And funny enough, Ernie Hudson turns up as well as like a colleague stroke competitor, but they're all like on good terms. I think that he's a bit of a bounty hunter, a bit of a chancer, it's that kind of thing. But it's full of funny stuff and silly. It's not a comedy, but there's stuff in it that'll make you laugh. There's things like, if you get through this, I won't kill you. And someone gets through it, and he says, you said you won't kill me. And he goes, I lied. Ha ha ha. It's all that kind of stuff. There is one bit that did make me laugh and made me think of Flash Gordon there. They're in like an underground cavern with water, and he's trying to look for the girl. Molly Ringwald's character is called Nikki. But all these like Amazonian women just rise out of the water, and they kind of got clothing that looks a bit like ripped jeans. It's all very sexy, 80s sexy kind of thing. And they're looking up at, he's above them, he's looking down, and they all arise, and they've got spears and shit like that. And they look at him, and he goes, "Nah, he doesn't look much. It looks like breeding with us would kill him." And he goes, "I'll take that bet," and just dives in. It's stuff like that. It's really goofy. And I quite liked it. And as I say, it's like a happy-go-lucky Mad Max 2, really. It's like a fun version of Waterworld as well, in some respects. But yeah, really fun film. 83 this was made. Really, really enjoyed this. Apparently Jeff Bridges was first cast to play Wolf, but dropped out. And the actor that took over, he's a really good actor, but you don't see him much. He's called Peter Strauss. He was more in TV stuff, but he was very good. And as I say, it's kind of fun. It's very Han Solo, in many respects. I enjoyed it greatly. Anyway, back to you.
Okay, so my next one is a game that's actually had a lot of popularity recently.
Yeah.
It's Helldivers 2. Now, this is a really fun multiplayer game, which basically, it's Starship Troopers. Like, I'm not going to be around the bush. It's Starship Troopers. You're playing very hyped up, propaganda-fueled soldiers for Super Earth, where everyone's like these big, like, oh, you gotta fight, you gotta spread democracy to these alien bugs and the robots. And you just got to do everything right, and everything's so over the top. Your standard weaponry is an assault rifle, a pistol, and the cannons on your spaceship, which you can just kind of chuck markers for, and they shoot at whatever the markers landed near.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of buzz about this game. It is a really popular game.
It is fun, and they've just added mechs to it.
Yeah, I was a bit freaked out because I was looking at the stats for the best-selling games at the minute in certain places, and I was freaked out because Helldivers is top of the list.
Yeah.
But weirdly, the game I talked about last time, Hunt Showdown, which has been around for 6 years, and I never even heard of it until recently, is often second to Helldivers 2.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are leaving COD and stuff like that because they're just not delivering and they're trying out different things. I think that's what it is. But this Helldivers does look great, and it is, as you say.
It is really fun.
Starship
There's literally nothing more to it than just like, you're on a mission. Let's hear the propaganda machine bark orders at you while you go do stuff. So it's just you sort of cycle through doing missions.
Now, you can play with mates or you can play with randoms.
Yeah,
right?
It's up to 4 people. And you do like these mini campaigns. So you get like 2 missions, you get a rewards thing, and that feeds into the battle pass, which is free.
Oh, nice. So, and what? Do you improve your guns as you go? Or
it's just how you progress. You just unlock new guns.
New guns. Oh, okay, nice. You don't improve
you unlock
existing
the shotgun.
guns.
No. Everything stays as is. It's
so
just,
you're always getting new guns.
You actually just get better at using.
It's quite satisfying. It sounds like. Yeah. I will take a dive into this at some point.
Yeah.
However, I'm playing a few other things at the minute, but I know that I'm going to get bored of those. So at some point, I will. I've got it on my wish list. If there's a sale and it gets to £20 or something, I'll definitely buy it. Yeah. But I may get it sometime anyway. If at some point I get bored of the games I'm playing, Helldivers is definitely the next on my list.
Yeah, it does a lot to also encourage cooperative play. A lot of the heavy weapons that you can call in are like 2-person. So like someone will have the gun and do all the shooting, while another person has like a reload pack, and them just being there causes so much faster reload, and you can cause so much more damage.
Right. Okay. So I mean, I'm looking forward to giving it a try actually at some point. Okay, my next one. I'm on a Kevin. I think I mentioned last time I'm on a Kevin Smith Jag. I'm going through Kevin Smith's films, and they're up and down, I have to say. But there's one in particular that I felt when it came out, and when people talk about it, it's quite vilified. It's like, oh, that's really bad. But no, it isn't. First time I watched it, I thought that's a really good film. But then I haven't watched it for such a long time. I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it, and I watched it. Jersey Girl is the film.
Yeah, that's the one I hear isn't as good as the others of that time. So.
This is mostly Ben Affleck. George Carlin plays his dad in it, and George Carlin's always great. Great. And I think this might have been his last film. And Ben Affleck is, I mean, you got to remember, you probably don't remember. This came out at the height of the whole Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, the media turning against them and treating them like there was something wrong. I don't know. I can't really remember the reasons. But I think they made a terrible film called something like Gilly or something like that. Yeah.
Jiggly or something like that.
Then Jersey Girl came out with them two again, and it copped a lot of the flack from that film. But no, Jersey Girl was really good. Basically, they're married. She's pregnant. She has a daughter, but she dies in childbirth. She has a heart aneurysm, so he's left to raise his daughter. And he's like a marketing, not a marketing. He's a PR man, for stars, and things like that. But he has a meltdown looking after this baby. Just frazzles him, and he has a meltdown because he's trying to arrange a thing for Will Smith, who is at this time famous for the French Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah, and
all these people are giving him shit while he's trying to look after the baby and do a press conference. And he just has a rant about Will Smith. He basically says, "You motherfuckers are all here to, a 2-bit TV star we'll never hear of again, trying to break into the movie." And he has a massive rant, gets fired, right? And then can't get another job in the industry at all after that. So just goes working like cleaning streets. Right, with his dad. His dad does that, but he raises his daughter. And at first he's kind of not resentful, but he doesn't really want to have much to do with the baby because he's just grief, right? And his dad steps in, George Carlin, who's awesome. But in the end, George Carlin just says, "Right, that's it. It's your baby. You got to look after it." And he goes back to work after a month. And then he starts to raise the little girl. And anyway, she gets to about 8 or 9, and he's still living in like the suburbs. And it's a very, well, I won't go through the whole plot, but essentially there is one funny element, which is she's obsessed with going to see cats, and he refuses to take her to go see cats. And George Carlin goes, "Go take her to see the cats in New York," and all this. And in the end he goes, "Oh, she could pick another show." And George Carlin's like, "Cats is a show?" He doesn't even know what it is. And in the end he makes a deal with her. He says, "Look, I'll take you to see any other show you like, but not Cats. Anything you like. And she says, this one sounds all right. And it's Sweeney Todd, right? He doesn't know any better. She's like 8 or 9. Takes her to Sweeney Todd. They're sitting there watching the film, and suddenly someone's the music, and suddenly someone's throat gets cut, and Ben Affleck's like, what the fuck? And he doesn't know what to do because his little daughter's sitting there watching it enthralled, but he just sits back because he doesn't know what to do. And she absolutely loves this. And there's a finale which is amazing, which is for a music recital. Everyone else is singing Memory from Cats. Every little kid, right? But she chooses one of the set pieces from Sweeney Todd. So she does a bit from Sweeney Todd with her father. Also, there's a romance going on with Ben Affleck and Liv Tyler is in it.
Okay.
Liv Tyler's in it. And it's very sweet. Kevin Smith wrote it. It's still spicy language because it's Kevin Smith. But honestly, it's a very sweet... There's some really nice music, and it's a really sweet, moving piece of cinema. I thought it was really good. I really liked it. There's a romance element, but that's not the main thing. It's a father-daughter thing is the main thing. And I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. And he gets a chance to get back in the industry, and he's kind of thinking, I don't know, I'm happy with my life now. He's not sure what to do.
Okay.
It's kind of very sweet film. Really good one, Kevin Smith. It's not, Dogma's still my favourite, but I'd say this is really good, but atypical. It's not like Clerks or Chasing Amy or Jay and Silent Bob movies. Or Mallrats. It's a quite different film for him. And I think if you were to say alternate Kevin Smith good films, this would be it, right? This would be it. Yeah, really good. Anyway, I've talked way too long about it. Back to you.
Okay, so my next thing is another Netflix series. It's Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. It's Edgar Wright has made a Scott Pilgrim anime based on the sort of art style of the original comic. And bringing
Which
back,
is a great art style, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really good art style.
Yeah.
And he's basically brought back the entire cast of the movie to play the characters again.
Amazing. It's Sarah, Michael Cera.
Yeah.
Michael Cera. He still sounds the same as he did back then, doesn't he?
It's
do the rest of the
remarkable
cast
how
sound
everyone
old,
sounds the same.
Oh, amazing.
Like Brandon Routh still sounds like he did. They've got a lot of the same sort of sound effects, so the vegan magic, I guess they'd call it, still has that same sort of lightning effect, and there's a lot of like similar sort of hyperspacey bright lights and colours.
I'm trying to remember who else was in there. Was quite a lot.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead was Ramona.
Alison Peel was the drummer, wasn't she?
You had Chris Evans as
of course.
Oh, what's his name?
He got Chris Evans in. That's amazing. Oh, that
Get this,
really
he got
cool.
Brie Larson in, and she's
not
really in it that much.
No. Oh, that's amazing. That sounds great. How long are the episodes?
They're about half hour each.
And how many are
and there's about 8 of them.
Oh, I'm going to have to put that on my list to watch, I think.
Yeah.
I do like... In fact, I'm going to watch the movie again first.
Yeah.
Actually, it's been a while since I watched the movie. I do like the movie a lot as well.
Yes, it's got Kieran Culkin as Wallace Wells, Chris Evans as Wixley, Anna Kendrick as Scott's sister.
I don't remember Anna Kendrick being in the film.
Yeah, Aubrey Plaza as the friend that swears a lot.
Okay.
Brandon Routh, Jason Schwartzman. Who else did you recognize? Mae Whitman.
Okay.
As what's her name? Roxy Richter.
Right.
Weird Al Yankovic shows up as a cameo. That's pretty funny. And
there's nothing you've said that makes it sound. It just sounds better with everyone.
Cameo as a couple of cops.
Who?
Like Simon Pegg and Nick Frost.
Nick Frost. Nice. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, that sounds really good. That does sound really good. I think that might be the pick of the whole one we've done so far in terms of me picking up something. Okay, my last one is something new I've watched rather than something a rewatch, and it's a TV series. It's a fairly recent one. It's had some buzz on Facebook too, and it seems like people are a bit marmite about it. I'm not going to spoil it in any way, but it is True Detective Season 4. Really enjoyed this. Night Country is the subtitle. I really enjoyed this. I really think True Detective Season 1 is one of the greatest single season season of TV there is. It's in the top 5 for me. It doesn't beat Twin Peaks. It doesn't beat a few other things, but it's So good. I mean, it's ridiculously good. Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey are in it in season 1, and they're really good. And 2 was a real bit of a dive. 3 picked it up again and was decent. 4, I think, is probably the best one since season 1. It's not as good as season 1, but it's pretty good. It's a bit annoying because a lot of the weird stuff, strange things happen in it. I never really resolved. I don't think. I'd have to watch it again to be sure. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those because there's lots of strange stuff. It was a detective story, but bordering on spiritual stroke, supernatural. There was something weird going on, and it's set in like a remote bit of Alaska, and the snow's constant. Oh, and they're living through night, so it's like 14th day of night. It's things like that. So Jodie Foster's the lead, and every actor in this is really good. I mean, Jodie Foster's great actress, but she's not standing out as being so much better than everyone else. Do you know what I mean? Because everyone's delivering their A game in this. Really, really interesting, and it's very female centric. An interesting series. The two detectives leads are females, right? And a lot of the elements of it concern the females of the community rather than the males are just arseholes mostly. But there's a few good guys. But it's really, really interesting. So only 6 episodes as well. So really in and out kind of thing. It was on Sky Atlantic. I don't know how easy it is to get elsewhere, but it was on Sky Atlantic. But yeah, True Detective season 4 was really good. That's me.
Yeah, so my last one is actually only one episode of another Netflix series. It's the live-action Avatar.
Okay, it's a series, is it?
Yeah, the new live-action Avatar is a series.
Okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
The trouble is the cartoon series is so good, great. Right? It's so great. It's hard to stuck up.
And they change around a lot of the story, like the story beats, so that it's just so much less interesting.
Oh, that's a shame.
Like
they're kind of a bit serious.
They explicitly say they wanted to go for the Game of Thrones crowd, which was
that is a
weird.
Terrible idea.
So it starts with the purge of the Airbenders.
Oh God!
Instead of okay, so part of the story of Avatar is Aang ran away from his responsibilities. Like he just did that. It's like what his lowest moment, and when he unfreezes from the ice, he pretends he's not the Avatar to keep away from that.
Right.
Like he doesn't want to be the Avatar. He runs away because he gets told. In this, he gets told, and he's like, "I need to clear my head a bit. Appa, let's go out riding." And they leave, and that's when the Firebenders attack, like that same night.
Okay.
And then there's a whole lot of discussion about like Katara to be had, as she's basically completely milquetoast, going from being one of the fairly standout, iconic kids female characters. So yeah,
it sounds like they've made some bad decisions.
Yeah,
that's how it sounds.
I think the first one was kicking the original creators off the project a couple of years back.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
this doesn't sound like it's going to go well, does it? The thing is, the tone of the original it wasn't anime, but the animated series they just got it right from the beginning, didn't they? It was kind of fun. Mm-hmm. It got serious, but they earned the serious moments, didn't they? We got to really like the characters.
Yeah. I will say, the kids playing Aang, Sokka, and Zuko, all great, as well as the guy that plays Iroh.
Okay.
Like, is that you probably only know him from Mandalorian. You know, there's like that X-wing pilot that he keeps occasionally bumping into, like the old Asian one.
Yeah, I remember. He was good. Good actor, good presence. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's him. But yeah, he's really it's all really odd. Like it's not great. I know like there's a lot of like actors you would probably know. So Daniel Day Kim plays the Fire Lord. Right. You got who else is it? I'm drawing blanks. I can't remember the big cast list as well. But yeah, either way. But yeah, it's a fun. It's okay at best. The cartoon series is better. Like the bending doesn't look great.
Yeah.
So.
I sometimes wonder about some of the decisions they make about what they make in the first place. And often when it's a really good series, I often wonder, why have they cancelled this? Because it's really good. You know what I mean? Sometimes I guess it's viewing figures.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like the good stuff
there's a whole
gets
discussion to be
really
had
quickly.
about Avatar and like executive interference.
Okay.
Like all of Korra was kind of screwed because they wouldn't greenlight the whole series. They greenlight it on a season by season basis.
Okay.
Whereas like with Avatar, they did the whole thing. So.
Yeah. Sometimes a show like that needs a real visionary in charge who knows where they want it to be in 5 seasons' time and does not compromise on that, but still manages to satisfy the executives that it's a coherent season. It's a trick, that. It's a real trick. So many series have come a crop up because of, it might not run anymore, or we want this to happen. Twin Peaks, famously.
Yeah.
The need to resolve Laura left it rudderless for quite a few episodes before they picked it up again. And this happens again and again, doesn't it? And I've seen some such great series just binned halfway through, and it wrecks them. It totally wrecks their endings sometimes as well. Like Penny Dreadful, great show. Last few episodes are like, what is going on? And it ends really badly. But great series otherwise, and things like that. But sounds like Avatar, they made some bad decisions from the off, though, in terms of tone, maybe. Really, all they needed to do was kind of replicate what
they just needed the live action.
And it would have been, people would have loved it, right?
Like, the acting's all really good.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, good Lord, they've just really kind of screwed the story with the pacing and the little bits that they change.
Yeah.
Fuck with it. So, but yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, that's my last thing.
So
Won't
Avatar,
be watching more of it.
Avatar. Yeah, well, the Scott Pilgrim sounds awesome.
Scott Pilgrim was great.
Yeah. And, if you have someone like Edgar Wright in charge, that makes that work, doesn't it? There's some really interesting stuff that's adaptations of other stuff coming out. For example, I've got pending, I'm going to try and give The Gentleman, the TV series of The Gentleman, a watch, because I really like the movie. So I thought I'd give that a go at some point as well. But I think Scott Pilgrim, probably going to go to the top of my list. After I've watched the Dune, I want to rewatch the Dune TV series. So maybe Scott Pilgrim will come after that. And the Dune TV series isn't that long, so I reckon I'll be getting to Scott Pilgrim fairly soon. Right, cool. All right, shall we wind it up there?
Yeah.
So I think our next show will probably be Hammer, but we'll talk about it off air. Okay then. So bye from me.
Bye.